What if I told you that I've made over $180,000 with Tradeify, the #1 trader live at Tradeify right now, and I've done it with 5 free indicators. Well, maybe 4. I'm going to break it all down. My 5, maybe 4 free indicators that you can use today on TradingView, totally free. There's no catch. Honestly, there's no catch. Really, there's no catch. Just keep watching. Just keep watching. Today, I want to break down the 4 indicators that I use that are totally free on TradingView that got me to the top of the leaderboard. You can see right here, this is the Tradeify top 10 live traders. We are currently up 187,000, and we have absolutely been killing it, getting big payouts and locking it all down there. You can see on top of the top 5 leaderboard over and over consistently. What indicators do I use every single day to get to where I'm at, and how do I use them? Let's break it down right here in this video, baby. All right, let's pull up the chart here. We got the 1-minute chart. There's nothing here on the chart right now other than one dotted line. If you don't already have this on your chart, pull it up, put it on there. Go to settings, go to scales and lines, go to previous day close. Very important level, right? It's telling us where did the market close the previous day. Keeping it on the chart, I'm like, hey, we're above yesterday's close. That means, you know, we're bullish, we're kind of gapping up. However you want to look at it, that's previous day close. It's on the chart, it's free. Put it on there, know where it's at, live by it, believe by it. Now, the next indicator that I love, that I use, talk a lot about it, is the VWAP. So for the VWAP, I use very simple. I do not do anything crazy. I don't change anything. I don't move anything. I literally just pull up the basic VWAP, which is the volume weighted average price. Now, I have a rule. If we're above the VWAP, right? If the market's above the VWAP and we're using the VWAP as support, I am looking for longs. I am looking to be with the trend because, well, if we're above the VWAP, I'm thinking that we're bullish, we're trending higher. VWAP is a way for me to stay out of shorts and to focus on looking for longs. If we're below the VWAP, hey, yeah, I'm looking for shorts. VWAP, put it on the chart, volume weighted average price. This is a industry standard indicator. You don't need to really change anything. Put it on there, be aware of it. Is it the end all be all? No, but hey, I want to make sure I'm not shorting into the VWAP. I want to make sure that I'm not buying right at the VWAP if we're below the VWAP, things like that. Just kind of keep it there on the chart as a indicator to see, hey, are we above the VWAP? Are we below the VWAP? What is going on? Volume weighted average price. The next one that I love and I die by is the pivot points, baby. The pivot points standard. All right, pivot points. This is my settings. I don't really change anything. Remember, I am not simply just like putting indicators on the chart and then trading just like, oh my God, we're at the VWAP. Let me get long. Oh my God, we're at a pivot point. Let me get short. That's not how we do it. The indicators are just kind of giving me some ideas, right? Like, okay, if we push up, where are we going to go to next? Okay, 22,000, that, 120 area. That makes sense. We got a pivot point there. We got a pivot point there. We got a pivot point there. The pivot points themselves are based on the previous day price action. It's just math. I'm not putting these lines on there ahead of time. I'm not doing the math. The indicator does it for me right there. Pivot points standard. Bam, bam, bam. Let's go. The next thing that I like, my bread and butter here, boys. We got the 9 EMA. That's that little yellow line. What that's telling me again, hey, if we're really far off of that 9 EMA, let's say, we're getting a little too far, we're getting a little too extended off of there, I'm looking for pullbacks into that 9 EMA. Even to the downside, to the upside, I'm just seeing that 9 EMA as a way to be like, okay, is the market like here? Is a great example, right? We sold from here, 995s down there to the 960s. We got like 30 points away from that EMA. Even if I'm looking for a short, it's like, okay, well, I can be patient, kind of wait to see once we push back up, we get denied, then maybe there's a short opportunity. Like right here, we get away from that EMA, we pull back, bounce. Now we're kind of bouncing around there. So that's kind of the one way I look at it. And I just keep it pretty much the same on every time frame as well. This is the 1-minute chart right now. You can see the 9 EMA, 5-minute chart. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. And then same thing, even on the 15-minute chart, I'm still just looking, being like, okay, we had that big sell-off away from those EMAs. We're at that previous day close. I'm not shorting, right? I'm not shorting when we're all the way down here and we're that far away from that EMA, because guess what? There's a good chance we kind of push back up to that moving average. Remember, it's a moving average, right? The market, it's basically giving you an average of where the market's, how the market's moving, where it's moving. We want to kind of be taking trades close to those moving averages because that's giving us a better risk to reward. We're not getting in when the market's overextended either to the downside or to the upside, right? I want to get in that pivotal point, like an apex predator. I want to sniper, baby, sniper. All right, now we've got the 21 EMA. We'll go back to like the 5-minute chart. Kind of the same idea. One thing that I want to be looking for me personally, like again, this is not the end all be all strategy, but the way that I play this is if the 9 EMA is below the 21 EMA, that probably means we're in a downtrend, which right here, we're in a downtrend, right? The market's in a downtrend. Now the EMA's crossed and we're pushing back up here. So here's the cross. And now the question is, do we turn these EMAs into support and try to push back up? So the same thing. When those EMAs are acting as support, we got the 9, we got the 21. Again, it's not the end-all be-all. I do not only take trades based off of indicators. I'm just using these indicators as a kind of a way to remind myself, be like, hey, you know, don't be too quick to short because you just missed the bear flag. Wait for this to set up again. That's the way I'm looking at it. I'm like, how can I use these indicators to keep me from entering a bad trade, right? I'm kind of like, okay, let me look at where we're at based on the pivot points, based on the VWAP, based on the 9 EMA, the 21 EMA. Where are we at? Are we moving up? Are we moving down? What's the overall trend? And it just kind of like allows me to just like check myself before I wreck myself, right? Same thing here. It's like, am I going to buy a long up here when we're away from the 21, when we're away from the 9? Probably not, you know, probably not a good idea because it's probably going to pull back, which it did. We've got that pivot point there. Now we're below that pivot point. We got the VWAP down there. We got all that stuff going on. And then the end all be all free indicator that I use every single day to make all this big old money is right here. The Lux Algo, right? Lux Algo opening range, break, and targets. If you go to free indicator, check it out, Trading View. What this does is it plots my 15-minute opening range, right? It does the work for me. You know, do you need it? No, but hey, I like it, right? I want it. And another thing that it does is it's basically plotting out 50% of the opening range. This is our 15-minute, the first 15-minute candle, the high, the low. We've got the middle there, that dotted line telling us, okay, that's the middle of the range. We've obviously got the highs, the lows. Now, what's nice about this indicator is it's then going to plot out 50% moves, right? So we have this is the 50% from here to there, and then it changes from here to here. And guess what? It plots it on the chart for me. Same thing. We mark it move down 50%, 50%, 50%, 50% of that first 15-minute range, the opening range. People are like, Patrick, what's the 15-minute opening range? I mean, it's the first 15 minutes. Market opens at 9:30. By 9:45, we have our range. Sometimes we don't break out. We don't go up or down, but we have the range. That's what we're focused on. We see the ups, we see the downs. And all of these indicators, everything that I've talked about today is totally free. I don't charge anything. I don't make any money off these. This is what I use to get those big payouts and to be consistent. My little tool chest. There it is, the breakdown. If you guys want to learn more, check out onlyprofirms.com. We got all the best deals every single day. We got the news. We got all that stuff going on over there. And then also, obviously, tune in. 9 a.m., baby. 9 a.m. live right here on YouTube. Peace to the Middle East.